This is Tank's Vlog for October 8th, 2019. Wrapping up today in sports. Broom, 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 broom. Sweep, 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 sweep. Ah, sweep tight, Minnesota. Sweep tight. Once again, they played an ALDS and you did not show up. You hit 306 home runs in the regular season. And you hit one in the 8th inning of Game 3 when your team was already getting fit for the casket and your team was already dead. 16 straight postseason losses. 13 of them to the New York Yankees. You know, this time when there's only Yankees, they also own the Twins because the Yankees own the Twins. It's not even close. There's no point anymore. If it's Yankees Twins, don't even show up, forfeit all 3 games, quit, you have no shot. It's just not even worth it. You had the Yankee team that was flat the last 3 weeks of the season. And you just got pummeled by them. The Yankees didn't even have to show up. They could have sent a Little League team wearing the Yankee uniforms, and the Twins still would have got their asses swept in this series. Embarrassing. Thank you for coming, Minnesota, but you really were never there. 101 games, and you got swept. You know, I understand that the Yankees might have to be a little bit better. Show some fight, man. Come on, Minnesota. I mean, what the hell? Ugh. Good God. No wonder Prince died in the elevator. So Yankees move on, and they're going to have to wait because unlike the Twins, the Tampa Bay Rays showed some fight today. Yes, that's right. They got a good start from Charlie Morton as the Rays offense jumped all over Zach Greinke as 1,000 excited fans in the BJ's Warehouse, known as Tropicana Field, were able to joyfully cheer on their Devil Rays. Rays. Final score, Tampa 10, Houston 3. And are the Astros pushing the panic button by starting Justin Verlander in Game 4? If somehow the Rays could beat Verlander on short rest, then they're going to have to come back with Garrett Cole, and the Yankees are going to be going, yes. I mean, starting Verlander won't hurt too badly if he goes out there and hands it to the Rays. That means the Yankees will be playing Game 1 on Saturday night in Houston, going up against Garrett Cole. And probably that will mean Verlander could probably still pitch Game 2, which is where it's going to, the rubber meets the road. Zach Greinke's performance today has to be a little concerning, though, for Houston. I mean, if the Yankees could get their offense clicked into gear, and the Yankee offense still hasn't really clicked into high gear, if you notice. But they did just enough to beat the Twins, and if they could get some good pitching, they had great relief in the series against the Twins. We'll see. But one team is in the ALCS. All the other series are still going, including 2 Game 5s on Wednesday night in the National League. Yes. It was Yadier Molina with a game-tying hit in the 8th and a game-winning walk-off sac fly in the 10th as the Cardinals beat the Braves 5-4 in a back-and-forth tilted affair at Busch Stadium. Meanwhile, the Washington Nationals, as they always do, they always get into Game 5, but when Game 5 happens, they don't get the job done. It was the Nationals 6-1 winners over the Dodgers. Game 5 of that series is going to be quite interesting. We're going to see Steven Strasburg on the mound. If Steven Strasburg, this is it. This is it. If Strasburg wants to show he is a big-time pitcher, he needs to go out there and win. I mean, it's going to be Walker Buehler in Game 5 for the Dodgers. So it's going to be Strasburg against Buehler and Johnny Holstaff for the Dodgers and Nationals. I mean, they wouldn't dare throw Clayton Kershaw in that game. I mean, Clayton Kershaw in the postseason. Clayton Kershaw might be one of the greatest pitchers of all time, at least in the last 20 years. But that's the regular season. Clayton Kershaw in the regular season is great. Clayton Kershaw in the postseason, not so much. You know, it's incredible. I mean, some try to get. It's like in the regular season, he is Sandy Koufax. In the postseason, he's Paul Sewald. Monday Night Football. It was the 49ers crushing the Cleveland Browns 28-3. Bad game. 31-3, excuse me. Bad game all around for Cleveland. Odell Beckham Jr. only 2 catches for 27 yards. Baker Mayfield, 2 interceptions. Baker Mayfield has not had a good season so far. He all mouthed, and yet he's had 2 interceptions today, a fumble. It's time that he walked the walk for all the talk he's done. And the Browns, yeah, you could see the improvement, but they're not quite ready for prime time. 49ers, though, they might actually be a monster team this year. Now 4-0, Jimmy Garoppolo, an excellent game. 181 yards through the air. Matt Breida on the ground, 114 yards. Tevin Coleman adding 97 yards. Just a beautiful balanced attack. Niners defense was monstrous. Say Nick Bosa, a big game. Don't sleep on these 49ers. These 49ers are good. Don't be surprised if they end up in the Super Bowl. Late night in the NHL, just 2 games. It was the Blues over the Maple Leafs 3-2. And the Blue Jackets over the Sabres 4-3 in overtime. Today's 3 stars are Yadier Molina for his clutchness, Matt Breida for 129 yards all-purpose, touchdown reception and a touchdown run, and Ryan Zimmerman with a 3-run homer that was key in the Nationals' win over the Dodgers. All right, we'll go to our birthday shout-out today. And that's going to go... It's not a good day for birthdays. You get some days... They're stacked of famous players, great players. I'm giving a birthday shout out today to Grayson Allen. That's got to tell you how bad this date is for birthdays. Grayson Allen turns 24. And we take a look back to 1939 when perhaps one of the underrated, forgotten about teams, Yankees won their 4th straight World Series in 1939, won 106 games after the whole situation with Lou Gehrig basically getting diagnosed with ALS and having to quit baseball. DiMaggio really took over that year. DiMaggio won his first MVP that year, and the Yankees swept the Reds in the World Series. So check out the full story at Barstool Sports and the Sports Encyclopedia where sports history lives. Our remodel's coming along. Hopefully we'll have a launch very soon, so keep your eye out on it. Good day.